Good morning, class. Nice to see you. I'm Mary Carroll, and this is How to Survive English 101. Make sure you subscribe below. I'm going to be posting every single Monday. I'll be here all semester long to help you pass that class. All right. Today's lesson is compound elements in sentences. This is all designed to help you gain confidence when you have to put pen to paper or start typing and you're afraid to fill that blank page. I want you to have a great deal of confidence when it comes to writing down your sentences. You want to recognize a complete sentence and you want to be able to manipulate them in any way you need to get your point across. Okay, so compound elements in sentences. This is our simple sentence. This is the cat ran under the porch. Okay, now we know the subject of the sentence is the cat, right? And what did the cat do? I'm going to give you a second to think about it. But the cat ran. Okay? Subject and verb. All right, remember a complete sentence always has a subject and a verb. And if you don't remember what they're called, that's okay. The main thing you have to remember is that a sentence conveys a complete thought. Remember, if you walk up to somebody on the quad and you say, "Hey, Stephanie, the cat," she doesn't know what you're talking about. But if you say, "Hey, Stephanie, the cat ran under the porch," oh, she gets it. She doesn't know why you're telling her that, but it's a complete thought. So if ever you're in doubt, read your sentence out loud to yourself while you're sitting at your desk, or read it to your roommate. If he doesn't think it makes sense, take a look at it again. Okay, now we're going to make this sentence a little more complicated by making some of the elements compound. All right, here's what I mean. Okay, we're going to say the cat jumped. What have we got? Over the log. Over the log and ran under the porch. There. Now, this is still a simple sentence, okay? But it has a compound element in it. Take a look at it, think about it for just a second while I change my pens here. Okay, you still have the cat. We're still just talking about one little guy. It's the cat. But the cat is now doing two things. So we have two verbs. The cat jumped and ran. All right? So the compound element in this sentence is that we have a compound verb, meaning there are two verbs. One subject, two verbs. We can do that for anything. The dog jumped over the log and ran under the porch. The dog jumped on the cat and bit the puppy. Anything like that. But you've got a single subject and two verbs. That's a compound verb in that sentence. It is still a simple sentence. Let's make the subject compound. Okay? The cat and dog ran around the backyard. Sorry for my messy handwriting. I don't want these lessons to be too long for you, okay? The cat and dog ran around the backyard. All right, so now there's a compound element in this sentence. I'll give you a second to look at it. What is the compound element? Is it the subject or the verb? I think I already told you anyway. The cat and the dog. We have two subjects. And there's only one verb. They're both doing the same thing. They both ran. Okay? This is still a simple sentence with a compound subject. That's all there is to this. It's still a simple sentence, compound subject. You have a cat and a dog, but they're both running. Up here you have a cat jumping and running. All right, here you have a cat and a dog running. But they're still just simple sentences. Okay, let's do one more. The cat and dog ran around the yard from the pond. Okay, now we've got some compound elements. It's a simple sentence with some compound elements. Let's look at it. We have two subjects, the cat and the dog, two guys that we're talking about. We're talking about a cat and we're talking about his friend the dog. And what did they do? They did two things. They ran and they drank. Okay, so they ran around the yard and they drank from the pond. Now, we also have a compound prepositional phrase in this sentence, around the yard and from the pond, but I'm not going to focus on that right now in this lesson. I want to just get you to learn compound subjects, compound verbs, all right? But even though you have one subject, one verb that makes a simple sentence, you can have a subject and two verbs. It's still a simple sentence. You can have two subjects and a verb, and it's still a simple sentence. Two subjects, two verbs, and it's still a simple sentence. All right? Now, we're getting closer to the kinds of sentences you're going to be writing in freshman composition. Obviously, in the first lesson, we were talking about super simple structure just so that you could see the structure of the sentence. But now, this is really much closer to the way we actually talk and the way you're going to write your papers. Okay? Now, these are compound elements in sentences, but let me add something. Compound elements in simple sentences. We're still talking about simple sentences. And by the way, notice I put a period at the end of each one of my sentences. I know everybody thinks that's crazy that I say that, but I think it's crazy that I have to say it. So see to it I don't have to say it. Don't forget to put a period at the end of your sentences. It helps everyone read what you're writing, okay? These are simple sentences with compound elements. We have compound subjects and we have compound verbs. Still a simple sentence. Now what I want you to do is just take 5 minutes to sit in your notebook and write a couple sentences with a compound subject and a couple sentences with compound verbs. All right? All right, everybody. Next lesson is going to be on compound sentences. All right? We'll see you then. Bye-bye.